Bye. Oh, bye. I won't trust you. I saw trust and I want to send it.
Uyo bi a wohwe ball utwa os utwa undi ho me kamfo dwumaku a yedin di easy cash out de hiane so be join no Telegram ya pin ni o link no comment section ase pacho link ne so o link ne so pe do be ko o Telegram page join no mo ho no say o 3+, ye o 4+, ye o 10 15 na ten makan link ne so hwe comment section ase link ne so ne join no mo Yebediska. Join no se na maka no link no so hwe comment section ase hwe honom bo link no so e pin no honom bo so na join no Telegram.
When you go quick and get it,
we host. More than one mobile media near Diana. Over here.
and never.
That's been any. First, I'll charge your phone. Air condition, CCTV camera. Remove my yard. Very comfortable. Very comfortable. And I'm not even sitting
Thank you very much. Shall we remain seated? Please.
Thank you. Mr. President and the Commander-in-Chief of Ghana Armed Forces, the Regional Minister for Eastern Region, a very good friend, working for you. The Honorable Minister for Volta Region, Dr. Yao Lecha, my humble Deputy Minister, the Indian Ambassador High Commissioner to Ghana, the CEO of Ghana Railway Development Authority, the Managing Director of the Ghana Railway Company Limited, members of the construction company, Afcon Construction, Team Engineering, our consultant, Togwio, Nananum, Nime, Name, the clergy here present, all stakeholders, our friends in the media, it is my greatest pleasure and on this pleasant moment to welcome you all to this very important gathering to witness the commission of this historic infrastructure project in our dear nation, Ghana. Mr. President, the Tema Mpakadan Standard Gauge Line is a landmark project that you have instituted. It gave birth by the government of the new Patriotic Party some 16 years ago under the leadership of His Excellency President Prez.Akuffo Addo. And as pledged by you, Mr. President, Prez.Akuffo Addo, this is one of the many legacy projects in the rail sector that you will be leaving behind as you complete your successful tenure of office and in readiness to hand over to the next president of Ghana, Dr. Mr. President, ladies and gentlemen, I know Ghanaians will give it to us for all this good thing we are doing. Thank you. Mr. President, the Tema Mpakadan Railway commenced in 2017-2018 by Afcon Construction Limited with an amount of 447 million funding under the Exim Bank Credit Facility, secured and approved by the government of Ghana. Team Engineering, Mr. President, is our consultant from Italy. They supervise these projects on behalf of government and on behalf of the owners. The scope of the project involved the design and construction of over 97 kilometers of single standard gauge line from Tema to Mpakadan, consisting of formation in cutting and embankment, culverts, bridges for drainage, ballast beds, tracks, works, grade separation, road over bridge, road under bridge, passenger stations, buildings, and many ancillary facilities. Mr. President, other components of the project include railhead facility at Tema and Mpakadan, the maintenance yard equipment, freight yard, signaling and telecommunication, as well as 300 meters rail bridge over the Volta, the first of its kind in Africa. Mr. President, the magnificent rail bridge, which is the first of its kind in the sub-region and measures about 300 meters in length, located between Senchi and Old Akrabe, has been completed as part of this project. It is important to mention that as a result of the construction of the Senchi Bridge, a significant engineering achievement is being awarded from the Guinness Book of Records to give recognition to the world's deepest Reka Pier Bridge, which goes as deep as 76 meters below water level and further embedded in rock of length of greater than 10 meters. What this means is that this is the first of its kind in the world. And Mr. President, your infrastructure project for the first time is going into the Guinness Book of Records. We, the people of Ghana, are extremely excited for having been able to achieve this. Mr. President, a new road over bridge at Afienya on the Tema-Mpakadan Highway was also completed under the rail project in collaboration with the Ministry of Roads and Highways and Ghana Highway Authority. The road over bridge was commissioned by Mr. President and opened to traffic on 6 December 2022 during his tour of the Greater Accra region. Mr. President, the bridge has been designed and constructed as a 4-lane dual carriage road to accommodate the expansion of the Tema-Mpakadan Highway, whose construction is currently underway by the government of Ghana. And these are your vision. The 6 new rail stations have also been completed as part of the project to facilitate the passenger movement along the corridor. The stations being fitted with modern facilities to enhance passenger comfort. Mr. President, the stations are located at the following points: Ashama Station, Afienya Station, Shah Hill Station, Doyumo Kodiaba Station, Bo Station, and finally, Adomi Station. Mr. President, the current stations named along the line are in excess of 8, if you take into consideration the rehabilitations of the 2 stations here in Ashama. In addition, 2 existing stations at Tema and the industrial area have also been retrofitted to make it as a modern station. Mr. President, it's interesting to note that this is the longest single rail project you have completed since independence. Other similar rail activities and infrastructure undertaken during your term, Mr. President, have also been implemented by your government since coming into office in 2017, include the Western Rail Line Development Project, which is being developed in sections and with connections of about 22 kilometer sections from Kojokrom, Manso, nearing completion of almost about 96%. The continuation of work on the section between the port of Tema and Takrady and the Huni Valley, which is about 78 kilometers, Mr. President, is also on course. Furthermore, government is also financing the development of a new 6-kilometer standard gauge line in Kumasi between Edum and Kase as part of Western Line Development Project. Government, Mr. President, has since 2017 been investing in development of local capacity to maintain and sustain the rail system for the benefit of future generations. Following the upgrade of the old railway training school in Sekondi in 2020, the facility has since 2021 began the academic year, providing training to over 1,000 youthful Ghanaians and other nations from and within the sub-region. The school now awards degrees and certificates to successful graduates through collaborative effort by the Ministry of Railway Development and the Ministry of Mines and Technology in Tabwa. Mr. President, government has completed the upgrade of the old railway workshop complex at Secondary Takrady to strengthen the local capacity and repair and maintenance of the locomotives, wagon, coaches, and other ancillary rail equipment to efficiently operate in and within the area. The vision is to modernize and equip the facility for it to become a one-stop workshop to service the rail, mining, petroleum, agriculture, and other ancillary industry within Ghana. All the 7 workshops at the facility, including the storehouses, have been refurbished with the funding provided by government and currently being used for the maintenance and fabrication work by the Ghana Railway Company. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, before I bring my statement to end, I wish to extend my sincere appreciation to the various stakeholders whose support throughout the implementation of this phase of the project have contributed successfully to the first ever standard gauge rail line in this country under the leadership of President Prez.Akuffo Addo. As for the first time in the history of this country, government has procured 2 brand new modern diesel multiple units known as DMU units, trains which are going to be used to commence passenger rail operation, which will lead to a significant reduction in the travel time from currently about 3 hours to under 1 hour from Akosombo through Afienya to Tema. Our appreciation also goes to our traditional authorities, project affected persons, the Land Commission, the district and municipal assemblies, the Volta River Authority, the Ghana Ports and Harbour Authority, the Ministry of Transport, among other stakeholders who we have worked closely with to address the difficulties and challenges we encountered during the project implementation. Permit me once again, Mr. President, to particularly express my sincere gratitude to my predecessor, Honorable Jogati, for his excellent leadership role prior to the commencement of the flagship project in 2018 and during the construction phase of the project before I took the mantle of leadership of the railway sector in 2021. Jogati, thank you so much. And it's also interesting to know that Jogati hailed from Owe. Mr. President, I also wish to commend the contractor, the Afcon Infrastructure Limited of India, and our supervising consultant, Team Engineering of Italy, for their effort that have ensured the timely completion of the project, despite all challenges that we initially encountered. Mr. Makili, the consultants from India, I wish to say our constant interaction and challenges today is coming to an end. Most often the time when I mention you and ask the condition of the project, you always say, no problem. I'm happy today, there is no problem. Mr. UV, our challenges and my constant talk with you sometimes lead to a lot of misunderstanding, but for the good of the project, you managed to take the shock, and today we are here. My very good friend, the Chief Executive of the Ghana Railway Authority, Yao, our fight, it's no more. And I think today we're going to share a bottle of champagne. And to my humble Chief Director, it is your efforts and your humbleness that has brought us to where we are today. Mr. President, I want to mention one particular person who calls me every day and says, Johnny, if you don't commission and leave this project for His Excellency to see before he leaves office, I'm not going to be happy with you. She called me almost every week when it was becoming very difficult that we may not be able to commission the project. He said, Johnny, if you do that, I'll be disappointed. Madam Auntie Lizzie, this is the project for you to witness today. And for Dr. Okutu, you have done what others cannot. When we train first had an accident, And that accident makes people believe that nothing can happen within the train sector again. I brought you and I told you, please make sure the second train is brought and make sure the commission is done before His Excellency leaves office. Dr. Akuffo Addo. Let us all, as citizens of this great nation, take ownership of the infrastructure, keep, protect, and use it to facilitate a passenger freight movement as well as other trade activities to enhance growth. We have to assure the acting president of the Tema Traditional Council that along the trade corridor, the line corridor that we are witnessing, there is going to be a lot of employment opportunities. And I'm using this medium on behalf of His Excellency to give him the assurance that his youth within the corridor will definitely have the opportunity for employment. The train industry, as rightly spelled out by my predecessor, is an industry that will trigger growth. And it's only president that have vision. It is only president that can see what happens in future. It is only president that want to leave a legacy that can leave this type of infrastructure. This is no longer the time for us to start rearing small poultry beds during Christmas and sell it. If they are not able to buy it, we eat it. That time or that era is gone. This is an agenda and an era for dedicated people who can see deep in the future. And once again, I want to use this opportunity that come December 7th, with all that this government have done, with all that the MPP government have done, I am pleading, and I know Ghanaians for once, will give the MPP another resounding victory, and then we will come back to reconnect the train line to every region. In our master plan, His Excellency has directed in cabinet that the rail line must go to every regional capital. We can only do that when the MPP is brought back to power. And Mr. President, I'm assuring you today, we will come back to power and do as you directed. Thank you so much. It is possible.
Mrs. Susan Delali Akosua-Kudzu, Deputy Chief Executive Officer, Ghana Railway Development Authority. Mr. Ya Owusu is the Chief Executive Officer, Ghana Railway Development Authority. Let's give it up to him. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the Chief Director, Ministry of Railway Development, is Mr. Desmond Boateng. He's been instrumental in the organization of this program. Let's welcome him. I introduce to you once again a Deputy Minister and MP for Asante Achim South constituency in Ashanti region, the Deputy Minister for Ministry of Railway Development, the Honorable Prez.Akuffo Addo. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the Tema Mpakadan Railway passes through some other region apart from the Greater Accra region. We have representatives of the region as the present representatives in those regions. I introduce to you the Volta Regional Minister, Honorable Archibald Yaolecha. My regional minister and a brother, the Eastern Regional Minister, the Honorable Kwame Champon, is also here. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we continue to introduce to you people, high-ranking officers on the high table. Let me proceed and introduce to you the Honorable Oboshisai Kofi, Presidential Advisor on Media and Communication. Welcome, Madam. I introduce to you Mr. Kupus Kwani, Director of Finance, SP Group. Ladies and gentlemen, I introduce you once again the Vice President of Afcon's Infrastructure Limited, UV Singh. We are honored to have in our midst the India High Commissioner to Ghana, His Excellency Manish Gupta. Ladies and gentlemen, the railway ministry has seen a lot of improvement under the presidency of Prez.Akuffo Addo. A former minister in charge of the railway development and a member of parliament for Esikado constituency, Esikado Keten constituency, the Honorable Joe Gatti is also invited. Let's welcome him. Very instrumental in the development of the railway and railway from Sosa. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, a dynamic member of parliament and a minister in charge of railway development, under whose leadership we have all gathered here, is the Honorable John Peter Amaru. Let's welcome. Thank you. Since 2008, from 2007 when he showed up to take the mantle of the High Office of Ghana, he has been consistent in whatever he said. He's been talking about the fact that Ghana, since independence, has run the Georgesburg economy, and he promised to change the fortunes of the Ghanaian economy, focusing on industrialization. And a key role or a key facilitator of industrialization is a transport system that we use in commuting to the various industrial hubs and the trains. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I introduce to you the President of the Republic of Ghana and Commander-in-Chief of the Ghana Armed Forces, His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa. We shall receive a welcome statement by our host mayor, the mayor of Tema, Honorable Yohani Ama Ashiti. Let's welcome to the podium the mayor of Tema, the Honorable Yohani Ama Ashiti.
Your Excellency, Prez.Akuffo Addo, President of the Republic of Ghana, Minister of Railway Development, and MP for Hohoe constituency, Honorable John Peter Amaru, and his Deputy Minister, Honorable Kwaku Asante-Boateng, Ministers of State, the Indian High Commissioner to Ghana, His Excellency Nish Gupta, Chief Executive Officer of the Ghana Railway Development Authority, Honorable Seth Achampon, Eastern Regional Minister, Mr. Koposwani, Director, Mr. Yobe Sang, Executive Vice President of AFCON's Infrastructure Limited, Mr. Yawusu, CEO of the Railway Development Authority, Mayor Dete Akbo II, Tema Mpakadan, and the Acting President, Tema Traditional Council, and all my river chiefs here today. Jasi Chekabote Kwao III, representing the Secretary II, the Kono of the Manya Krobo, the President of the Eastern Regional House of Chiefs. Nime Name, Engineer Dr. Michael Ajay Anyetai, the MD, and then all ladies and gentlemen, all protocol observed. I bring you warm greetings from the Honorable Regional Minister of Greater Accra, Honorable Daniel Kwate Global, who will not be with us today. I've asked the speech to be delivered by myself. Good morning, and thank you for joining us on this momentous occasion as we officially commission the Tema Mpakadan Standard Gauge Railway Line and diesel multiple unit trains. Today marks a significant milestone in Ghana's journey towards infrastructure and economic transformation. This project therefore represents a The government's unwavering commitment to revitalizing the railway sector, which has long been a vital backbone of industrial growth and national development. It is without doubt that this administration, under the able leadership of His Excellency, Prez.Akuffo Addo, has witnessed empowered investment in railway infrastructure more than any other administration since independence. The Tema Mpakadan Standard Gauge Railway line is the first of its kind in the country and forms part of the broader vision to enhance our transport sector, making it more efficient and interconnected. By linking Tema Harbour to the northern regions, the project will ease the movement of goods, promote trade, and significantly reduce the cost of doing business. As you all may be aware, this project is not just a standalone project, but an integral component of a larger initiative, the Ghana-Burkina Faso Railway Interconnectivity Project. As part of a 1,000-kilometer rail network, it will connect the port of Tema to Ouagadougou in Burkina Faso, fostering stronger ties with our neighbors and enhancing regional economic integration. His Excellency, this railway project reflects the strategic intent of the government to develop multimodal transport systems that improve connectivity, efficiency, and sustainability. The introduction of diesel multiple unit trains add another layer of convenience, ensuring safer and faster passenger services. As we inaugurate this transformational project, we also acknowledge the hard work and dedication of our stakeholders, government agencies, contractors, financiers, development partners, and the communities along the route whose collective efforts have made this day possible. Your Excellency, as I continue to reiterate at all the projects I have joined you to commission in the Greater Accra region, we the people of the region are most grateful for the numerous infrastructure projects you have delivered. As an indigene of Tema, I know how dear this project is to my people, given the economic benefits associated with it. In conclusion, let us all embrace these opportunities this railway offers. It is a gateway to economic empowerment, regional trade expansion, and enhanced mobility for our people. Together we can ensure that this investment yields long-term benefits for Ghana and beyond. On this note, I once again welcome you all to this historic event. Thank you for your presence, and may this commissioning mark the beginning of even greater achievement in our railway sector. Thank you, and may the good Lord bless us all. God bless our homeland, Ghana.
Okay, good morning to your cherished listeners. My name is Engineer Dr. Okutu. I'm the General Manager for the Tema Mpakadan Railway line. This line stands from Tema, where we are standing, and it is called Kilometer 0 to Kilometer 98 in the place called Mpakadan. That is the length of the rail line, and it passes through certain communities. If you want me to tell you, I'll tell you. So we have stations starting from the Tema Harbour for passengers, and then there is one called Tema Industrial, and then there is the next one is Ashama Station, Afienya Station, and then we have Shah Hill Station, then we have Doyumu Kodiabe, and then it goes to Pong, and then the Adomi. Now, we've created a halt. I don't know whether you know about a halt. A halt is a platform where people can get on and off the train. So about 10 stops for the train on this line.
And how many services are you running within a day, or is it?
Okay, so we are going to start with 4 services, and looking at the market, we might increase it to 6. It's likely we'll increase it to 6 because our survey tells us that there are a lot of passengers who want to have the comfort of being on the DMU, that is the diesel multiple unit train, you know.
And also the capacity.
Okay, so we have 2 trains. One is 200 sitting and standing. The sitting is 115 and the rest is standing. And then the second train is 132 sitting, and the capacity is 220, so the difference is standing. Yes.
After today's inaugural ceremony, when are we likely to see that this services will commence?
Okay, we have a plan of making sure that the services we run will be safe for everybody in terms of the safety campaign. You know, this is an area where almost the entire length train has not, gone on before. And looking at the speed of the train, we are carrying out a safety campaign. If you check, the advanced social media, mass media, we broadcasting the safety. We have vans going around talking about the safety. If you are able to achieve what we want to achieve, we have a target. After a week, we will start the passenger service.
So you don't have a specific day or date that you are starting this day and time?
Yes, till we are able to achieve the safety and the security activity, we cannot start. And I know you understand what to.
How do you measure that you're able to achieve what you want to achieve?
Yes, based on the number of trials we do on the track, we will know how much people are coming on the track and not coming close to the track. Based on the incident, there will be a lot of trials. There will be even free service for certain categories of people. I mean, companies and So then that's when we can measure. In other words, we will not be doing the full speed we are supposed to run. This train is supposed to move at certain times. When I say move at certain times, if it moves at a certain time, there's a time it's supposed to reach, let's say, Afiena. There's no way you can delay. And I always tell people, look, train is the most efficient way of traveling. If you take a plane, you go to the airport, you have to wait about 2-3 hours before you jump on the train. That is what departure, formalities. You get off the plane almost 1 hour before you. But with a train, if it's moving at 9 and you get there at 8:59, you can jump on the train because the door closes at 9. And where you're going, you go.
Share us features of this particular train.
Okay, so one is a fully modernized, high-tech train. It has Wi-Fi. It has your UBS charger port there. There's a 230 socket there. It has an announcer. We call it passenger information system. With the passenger information system, you will see that you see everything about the train. I'm talking of the speed of the train. You see temperature outside, temperature inside, giving you information about the next station, giving you information about what you know as a passenger on the train. That is the features we have on one. The other one has the 230 volts. It hasn't got the UBS charger. It's also Wi-Fi. But one is more modern. One is like a 2024 model, and one is a 2023 model. So that's what we have opening. Okay, and you find these trains on the European market. I have traveled to Germany and I've seen one of them being used. I have gone to Poland, I have gone to Czech Republic, and I've seen these trains being run. So please, we would urge you to support us to also have a train like what they have there on our railway line.
Very important is maintenance. Before we come, maintenance of these trains. What is your outfit going to put in place to ensure that these trains are well kept?
Okay, so for the normally when you have a machine, you have people training your people to be conversant with maintaining it. So because we want our staff to develop that culture, we have signed a 5-year contract with the supplier of the train, where they will be with us and they would work with our maintenance team, and then they become conversant with the maintenance. So within the 5 years, we believe that they will work like the way they are supposed to work to maintain this train. This train is supposed to last a minimum 30 years. and we will ensure that we achieve that.
In terms of payment system, how is it going to be?
We are going to start manually because we want to start the services. We have the train, but we are in discussions with certain companies where we'll be using a card system. Now, what will happen is when you have a card, you have to top the card with some amount of money, and we will state all that. That will come in another campaign, within the course of time. When you load the card, what you do is when you get on the train, not the station, there's a validator that you have to tap the card with. It will then pick your start point. When you are getting off, you have to tap so that it calculates what journey you have done. If you don't tap, it will take the whole journey's fare from that card. So that is what we want to implement. It is done everywhere, and that is what we want to do to achieve, maximum revenue for the service.
What's the final words to the general?
Okay, so my final words is, look, we have this beautiful train. The public will also have to support us in running this train. Please, if you see people trying to do what they are not supposed to do, because look, we are having a lot of people trying to destroy this railway line. There are cables being cut. Can you believe that about 3 weeks ago, somebody went to remove a whole PIS, public information system, and he left it there? I tell you that it's a sabotage. So please, let's all be our neighbor's keeper. Look, this shouldn't be about one party or the other party. I am pleading with everybody. This is for Ghana. And let's look at it and make sure that we protect and keep this thing for the next 30 years. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Grateful.